Hi friends, today in this video we are going to see the difference between integer data types. So integer takes four types of data types: bigint, int, smallint, and then tinyint. So it varies how the datas are stored in the integer. So for example, if we take tinyint, it stores the data from 0 to number 255 only. So it takes it stores only the data from 0 to 255. So based on this data storation, we are classifying the integer data types. So based on that, we are classifying the integer data types into four types: bigint, int, and then smallint, and then tinyint. So for storing the values for small int is 32,768 data in minus value, and then 32,768 data in plus values. Up to this only we can store the int in small int data type. So for int and bigint also the datas are varies. You can see that datas here. So for memory allocation, tinyint takes 1 byte of memory, and then small int takes 2 bytes of memory, and then integer takes 4 bytes of memory, and then bigint takes 8 bytes of memory. So generally we are using the integer data type for all the usage. So if we want to store the large number of datas, we can use the bigint data type. So for example, if we are storing the bank account numbers, so it takes the large amount of data. So for that purpose, we can use the bigint data type. So for very small amount of data, integer data types, if you want to store, we can use the tinyint data types, because it stores up to 0 to 255 numbers only. So small int also we can use when we are using the small number of datas. So here I have given the verification in a notepad. So now we are going to see this in a coding part. So before going to the coding part, so if you are visiting this channel first time, subscribe this channel and don't forget to click the bell symbol, then only you can get the notifications for upcoming videos. So here I have a query called declare a as tinyint. So tinyint stores the data from 0 to 255. So I have taken the data 3. So I am selecting that data using select query, select RTA, data length, how much memory it takes to store the data. For verifying that, I am using data length as memory. So I am selecting this data. Executed, the data is 3 and memory is 1 byte. Okay, so if I am changing this data to -1, so whether it is executed, let us see. Execute SQL. Okay, it is showing the error called arithmetic overflow error. So this type of error will be shown to you if you are using the data specified other than the specified data. So if I am using the data in 255, so it will execute without any error. So it is executed. So if I am changing this to 256 also, it will show me the error. So check here, it is showing the error, arithmetic overflow error. So for the same value we can use for small int. So 256 I am executing. Okay, so it is executed. There is no error because the small int varies from minus 32,768 plus 32,768. So if we are using for example, we can use it for 50,000. So 32,759 I am using for small int data type. So I am executing. So it is storing 768 69. So I am using the data. So it is showing the error because the range is 32,768 only, but I have used 32,768. So this is the error. So if I am changing this one to small into integer, so it will not show you a error. So integer, it takes 4 bytes of memory, so it is stored 32,769. So so if the same value is stored in bigint, so I am executing, it takes memory of 8 bytes. So this is the difference between different integer data types. So thank you for visiting this page. If you have any doubt in this video, type your doubt in my comment page. I will explain you. Thank you, friends. So if you are visiting this page first time, please click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell symbol. Thank you for visiting this, friends.